Hi, it's Dr. Rogini. So today I'm going to be talking about a great topic, what most of my patients ask me in the past, what am I doing with my thumb every time I'm adjusting my patients? And this video is actually really good for people who are healers, chiropractors, or any form of, if you're doing a lot of energy work or tapping into like more inner work stuff. Okay, so what am I doing really with the occipital drop? It's my way of finding what's off with the patient. There's different kinds of techniques out there. So whatever works for the practitioner. So some of them use, I don't know if you heard of applied kinesiology. We're using muscle testing, and muscle testing will kind of tell you what the patient needs. And there's also another technique where you use leg length tests with activators. So there's so many different techniques out there, thousands of techniques out there. So the way I use it, I use the occipital drop, okay? But now I want to also let you know that through experience, okay, and through cleansing your body, you can tap into a higher way of connecting, okay? So we are very receptive. The more our energy is cleansed, the more clear you feel, the more you're able to connect and focus. Okay, so the occipital drop is just a way to connect and find out where the patient is off so you can help them and give the best care. Okay, so now what I want to talk about here is basically setting intention. So before you start as a healer or a practitioner, it's very important to set intention, because you can do the occipital drop with no intention, you're not going to get the results. Yes, we are powerful humans, okay? We have the power to transform people's lives and your own life, but only through intention. Okay, the intention has to be powerful. So when you're starting to tap into what is off and what you want to look for, you have to set the intention. So as a practitioner, like before I start my day, I always have this intention that whoever enters my space is gonna be transformed and healed. Okay, I also have the intention that miracles always happen in my clinic. Or even I have the intention, the fact that when I'm around people, when I talk to them, their life is going to be transformed. And that is a powerful intention, because now you're coming up with this power within yourself. Nothing will stop you. And then when you do the occipital drop, so let's say you want to do this technique, or you want to do some similar technique that has this feedback system, it will work for you because your intention is very powerful, pure, and focused. So as through experience, you start learning that sometimes you don't even need the technique itself, because you're already learning through experience, as said, to tap into that imbalance. So sometimes I just see a patient, I right away know what's off. Okay, I'll look at their spine. Someone else who's next to me, I'll point that out to them, and they can't see it because they have not tapped into that. It's like your awareness has expanded. It's like an engineer, when he comes to look at a building, he just knows what's off. If I look at that, I might not know it because I'm not experienced, right? Same thing as a healer. The more you practice, the more you see your patients, you become very clear and very focused. But at the same time, if you don't allow yourself to expand further and release any veils around you, you might be a limited practitioner or a limited healer. It doesn't matter if you're a healer or not. Like, even if you're not a healer, this applies to anything in your life. So how do you allow yourself to expand further? You have to remove that veil that's around you. And how do you recognize that veil? In order to recognize the veil, you have to do a lot of meditation, self-reflective thinking, where you really kind of sit in that quiet spot and really ask yourself, what is holding me back? What can I release today? How can I get better? All these questions, there's so many different type of questions you can ask to allow yourself to expand and grow. If you don't do this, you'll be a practitioner who just has a simple practice. If you want to go further and expand as a healer, you definitely need to ask deeper questions. You can have the best technique, so you could be an amazing adjuster, an amazing chiropractor, amazing healer in terms of you have the technique, but if your intention is not very focused, your results are not going to be to the next level. Okay, so again, if you're not focused, your power, your results are not going to be as you're expecting. And this is something you got to do on a regular basis and refine and refine and refine. And how do you refine? Yes, you can learn the technique, you can refine the technique, but how do you refine your mind? Because if your mind is not connected with the technique, so you can adjust and have that instrument or have your hands and adjust the patient, but if your mind is not connected with that technique, the results are not going to be powerful. Okay, and so when I use the occipital drop, I'm actually really asking deep questions. They're really tapping in. And when I ask these questions, I get the results because I know I'm going to get the results. And that's where the power is. Okay, now this is another thing I want to share here. So now you're an experienced practitioner or healer, and then you come across patients who don't get better. You may have patients who have come a few times, and somehow you know they're not getting the results. And you have the intention, you really know what you want to do. You really want to change this person's life. You want to help this person. You want to empower this person. You want to get this person to another level, right? You want to make them feel better. You want to make them feel they can walk again. You want to make sure that they have less inflammation, less pain. All these things is that practitioner's intention. But if the patient does not have that intention, he or she will not get better. So if you're one of that patients watching this video, make sure before you see any practitioner, you set that intention that you're gonna get better, that you are going to get better. Your life is gonna be transformed. And you are gonna have those patients who are gonna come with that different kind of mindset. I think if you watch my previous video, I talk about the tone of a patient, how you know right away who will get better based on their tone. So energetic tone, how their voice comes out, how their posture is. So you know right away they don't want to get better. They want to stay like that because they're in the zone of comfort. They just want to be comfortable. And they keep searching for different practitioners and healers, but somehow they don't get better because in their mind, they know they're not going to get better. But as a healer, like for example, myself, I can tap into that patient and I can point it out right away and say, you know what? I want to help you, but you're choosing not to get better. And I can assist them where their awareness just opens up. Does that make sense? Even then, you may be challenged as a healer. Some patients may hold themselves back. Like the minute you tell them, they're like, no, that's not true. And they may not come back again. That's okay. But your job as a practitioner, it's important to let them know and make them aware that it's time for you to be receptive and you deserve to get better. So through a lot of inner work and through a lot of conscious cleansing, so I have created this course online. You can buy this course if you go to my website, impranaclinic.ca. The information will be in the bottom. You can click into my course link, and in there you will see that you can purchase, there's different type of courses depending on what you need to cleanse your body. Okay, so when you cleanse your body doing through meditation, guided meditation, you're able to become more aware. And this will transform your life as a practitioner, if you're a practitioner, even as a patient, even doesn't matter in what, even if you're not a patient or not a practitioner, but you're just listening to this just to open up more awareness. Just by doing that, it will help to transform your own personal life. And just want to let you know, there is no end to that, because growth, you are going to constantly grow. Every time you encounter new experiences, there's always new growth. So it doesn't stop. Your job is to find the right thing that fits you, so that allows you to grow and expand. Okay, I hope I answered the question for the occipital drop. So as I said, I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but I'm not going to define or explain how this whole occipital drop works, because some stuff you cannot explain. Okay, you can take courses on how to do the occipital drop, but I really wanted to tell you that how you tap into the occipital drop is to become very focused and tap into your intuitive power, your gut instinct. And to get into that, you have to do a lot of cleansing work, so you can really be more aware and be more conscious, so you can transform other people's lives as well, not just your own. Okay, thank you for watching. I really appreciate if you can just like my page and also subscribe to my page. And if you have questions or suggestions, please comment it below. Okay, and I'm really looking forward for my next video. Thank you. Bye.